Hi guys, it's me Ivy again, and I'm here with our new series that we introduced last week called At His Feet. And in this series we're gonna have a mini series, and it's gonna be called Am I Alone? And that'll be the first mini series of many mini series to come. And so this is what we'll be talking about over the next couple of weeks. I do hope you follow and you share this with someone else who you think may be struggling. In this mini-series, we're going to be discussing different characters in the Bible who went through it, who went through what you may be going through. I'm going to be sharing some verses that also talk about what God says about these situations. I do hope that you come along. I do hope that this is of edification unto you as it is unto me. And our first topic for our mini-series is going to be grief and loss. You are not the only one struggling through grief and loss. And there are so many support groups and so many spaces and so many people around who are probably struggling with the same thing you're struggling. But I'm going to share some characters in the Bible who struggled with grief and loss. The first character I'm going to be sharing is Job. Job lost everything that he had. He lost his family, he lost his sons and his daughters. He lost everything that he held dear. In the book of John, Jesus also loses Lazarus. And I think this one is especially special to me because Jesus knew Lazarus was gonna be okay. And yet in John 11:35 he wept, which means that it's okay to cry sometimes, that sometimes it's gonna be hard, but just because it's gonna get better doesn't mean it won't hurt now. And so it's okay to hurt. Someone else that lost everything was Naomi. Naomi lost both her husband and her children at the same time. And so you're not the only one struggling with grief, and you're not the only one struggling with loss. But to all these, there was a redemption. To all this, there was the rising of Lazarus. There was the restoration of Job. There was Boaz for Ruth on behalf of Naomi, which means that even in this grief right now, that it's not the end. Someone else that lost something else, someone else that lost everything is Hagar. Hagar was sent away with a son that she did not know what to do with. But in the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 13, she calls God Jehovah El Roi, meaning he is the God who sees. He sees you. He sees what you're going through. He sees what you're struggling with. He sees your grief, and he will give you an answer. God provided for Hagar water in the middle of a desert because that's just how much he cares. The book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 4, he says that he will wipe away every tear. Isaiah 57:18 says that he will restore your comfort. And one of my favorite verses is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 10, where it says that the Lord will establish you, he will restore you, he will perfect you, and he will settle you. And so even in the season of grief, that after you have suffered a little while, it's gonna get better. I do hope that this is of encouragement to you. Feel free to share this with someone who may need to hear it. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you guys next week for the next episode.